And here we are back at Buell Stadium as the Millard South Patriots have another tough test, this time going up against the number 3 team in the state, the Bellevue West Thunderbolts. Millard South Media, Joey Kirkle alongside Nate Cronin. Nate, how you feel about this game today?
You know, Joey, it's going to be a great game. The number 2 Patriots in the state, number 3 Bell West. Going to be a great game from both sides, hopefully. Offensive explosions everywhere.
Yep, this one's going to be awfully close. 2 of the top teams in the state, 2 of the most explosive offenses, and the Patriot offense will be the first to come out as the Bell West team kicks off. And for this Bell West team, for those of you that aren't familiar, I apologize, you're right, you started shaking your head. They will be receiving first. Patriots are kicking off. Had that backwards. But the Bell West team, for those of you that are not familiar, last year they had as good of a season as you can get. Undefeated state champions.
Wow.
Does not get any better than that. Now, they did lose their starting quarterback, Nate Glanz, but besides that, their team is as stacked as ever. Quite possibly the best-looking offense in the state. By far the best receiving corps.
Oh, of course.
Looking at the receivers, the offers they're getting, it is just insane. And they're looking to get a good start to the game today.
Maybe 20. I'm serious.
And for the most important thing for the Patriots tonight on defense is their secondary.
Yep.
We've seen them struggle a little bit more against Millard West than we did against like Millard North or Elkhorn South. But their secondary cannot give up chunk plays. Their defensive line needs to attack, and that secondary needs to stay on their man. No pass interferences like we saw against Millard West. It's got to be a clean game on defense.
Yep, and early on, we did see their secondary do a good job, but it was later in the game they started to get a little tired, and Millard West took advantage for a while. And with a team like Bellevue West, they're constantly working. They are a workhorse offense.
Oh, yeah.
They will not let off that gas pedal. So the Patriots are going to have to be putting in some of their best work as Cole Lamel gets back for the opening kickoff. And Bellevue West so far in the season only has 1 game under their belt.
Wow.
Some of the other teams they were going to play are either OPS, who had their seasons canceled, or Creighton Prep, who had positive testing on their team. However, their 1 game was against Bellevue East, and they had a whopping 55-0 victory. So they are looking as good as ever. Offense and defense, both at some of their best performances.
They had about 500 all-purpose yards in that game, along with 8 touchdowns in that single game right there.
Just unbelievable work. Everyone's showing that this is still one of the most dangerous teams in the state. And so the opening kick by Cole Lamel. That one is low. It'll be fielded at about the 6-yard line. Number 6 has nowhere to go. And he is tackled at the 4. And a loose ball. Looks like it was picked up by Bellevue West, however. So the first play not going the way the Thunderbolts were looking. Had nowhere to go. He was stranded and even lost the ball. So they'll be starting at about the 6-yard line. And that was number 6, Keegan Johnson, a wide receiver on that return.
That was an emotional ride there.
Yeah, a lot going on in that opening kickoff. So with the ball at the 6-yard line, number 12, quarterback Luke Johansson, in this offense looking to get a good start to the game. However, going to have to get their work cut out for him starting deep in their own territory. First play, fakes the handoff, screen pass to Keegan Johnson. Breaks a few tackles, goes down at the 20-yard line. TJ Urban and Jake Gassaway there for the tackle. So quick first down there with a 14-yard play. So Keegan Johnson was the one that had that opening kickoff. There he is already with his first reception. In last game, he had 1 carry for 1 yard for a touchdown. And then on the receiving end, had 4 receptions for 65 yards and another touchdown. He is going to hand this one off this time. Gets a gain of about 7 right there. Good work by number 7, Les Richardson, otherwise known as LJ Richardson, a junior. And he was fantastic in their season opener. Had 5 carries for a whopping 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. As the Thunderbolts face a 2nd and 2 here. He's going to hand that one off yet again, but immediately taken down by the dangerous Patriot defensive line. Jack Nicolaisen and that D-line were all over that play. Able to pick up 1, but will be short of the first down. So an intense opening 3rd and 1 here. So Les Richardson and Luke Johansson right now working with it. Quickly discussing with the coaching staff, looking over. And he's going to hand this one off. They will pick up the first down, gain of about 3. See number 59 there, Kellen Steuben losing his helmet, so he'll go on the sideline for 1 play.
Tackled by number 77.
Ball now at the 34-yard line.
First down, Thunderbirds from the 34-yard line.
They got him to a third down there, but third and short, big running back like they have tonight, it's going to be tough to stop, especially if they can't control that defensive line.
Agreed. Looking to air that one out. Finds Keegan Johnson for another gain. Picks up about 7 right there, maybe 8. So Keegan Johnson already one of the most important players in this game. He's an Iowa commit.
Already with 2 receptions on the night, but almost a fumble on the kick return, Joey.
But he's recovered well since then. 2nd and 2 yet again. Ball at the 42-yard line. 10:31 to go in the opening quarter. Just under a minute and a half. And we got a flag thrown. That'll be a false start. So they'll be moving back to a 2nd and 7. Saw someone on the offensive line jumping right there.
On Bellevue West.
And we saw that during pregame a little bit with the wide receivers as well. They were jumping off sides a lot on the hard count. So.
Yep. And we've kind of seen the Patriots really struggle with penalties, so it's nice for them to see the other team having the same issues. 2nd and 7 now. And that's a high snap. He's going to lose that one. We'll see who recovered it. And it looks like Luke Johansson was there. Great job diving and retrieving that ball. However, we'll be down back at the 23-yard line. 24 looks like is where they will place it. So they're moving back. That's a rough play.
Big third down for both teams here. 3rd and 20. If Bell West can pick this up, that's a huge statement.
I'll tell you what, if any team can pick up a 3rd and 20, it's this Bell West offense with that insane receiving core. So Luke Johansson getting his work cut out for him early on. A 3rd and very long. He's going to air that one out. Finds a receiver wide open, but cannot make the catch. That throw a little high to number 3, Caden Helms. And that was an easy first down. If he made that catch,
might be a touchdown.
That might have been a touchdown. Could have had a huge play, but overthrew that. So it'll be 4th and 20 as the punting team comes out. Patriots early on catching a break. We see the secondary would have to be showing their best work. A little bit of struggle right there. They did not have that man locked down.
Thankfully enough, it was an overthrow. But if that's on the money, Patriots secondary running all the game.
Could be a 6-0 score right now. As Antrell Taylor's going to let that one bounce. One right now at the 35-yard line, and that is where it'll stay. So the Patriots starting at their own 35-yard line as TJ Urban and this offense come out looking to get on the board first. This was something they struggled to do last game. Both teams were looking to gain the momentum, but at halftime, it was a 3-0 score for the Patriots, and that's something they cannot do tonight.
Yeah.
With the dangerous offense from Bell West, they can't expect to count on their defense and get lucky yet again. They're going to need to work from start to the finish.
Yeah, they're going to have to slowly grow a lead here. Every possession counts for the Patriots.
So single back formation right here. Has Tay Johnson behind him. And he's going to hand it off to Johnson. However, only picks up about a yard right there, and that's something they can't be seeing. Defensive line just all over that right there.
And games are won at the line of scrimmage on both sides, offensively and defensively. If you can control the line of scrimmage, you can control the entire game.
And Tay Johnson, we know when you give him an open hole, he can really take advantage of that. The first game of the season had about 80 yards and 2 touchdowns. We've seen him struggle a little bit since, hasn't had great looks. So we got a screen pass to Antrell Taylor. That one's caught, but nowhere to go. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Tried to make something work, but couldn't.
Little indecisive there from TJ Urban. Not sure if he was going to throw that ball or not.
He hesitated, and when he did, that pass was low. And so Antrell Taylor kind of limping as he jogs off the field. DeAndre Rice will take his place. We've seen that 2 or 3 times this season that we've seen Antrell Taylor kind of limping off.
Yeah.
Luckily, in all those games, he has recovered, and with the way he's able to jog off, I would expect him to come back on the field pretty soon. So a 3rd and 8 here, ball at the 37-yard line. 8:30 to go in quarter number 1. TJ Urban facing heavy pressure. Gets that one off to Tay Johnson, but is sent down right at the line of scrimmage. This Bell West defense is not giving the Patriots anything to work with, so a quick 3 and out brings the punting team back out on the field.
Bell West hasn't played in 2 weeks, but they're showing that they are game ready. They're playing no games.
Still yet to give up a score this season. Had a 55-0 shutout, and they're looking to keep that defense strong. And Cole Amell's going to run with it. Tried to fake that, but he is taken down short of the first down. So an awfully risky play there by the Patriots. Did not work out. Got awfully close. You like the aggressive move there early in the game, but was not successful, and I don't think anyone expected that.
No, but that's one of the beauties of being a rugby-style kicker.
That's right.
You could take off whenever you want. You already got your momentum going.
Yep.
He saw no one in front of him, had to take off, just one man to beat, and you don't expect your kicker to beat him.
And, man, look at where the ball's placed. They were awfully close to that first down line. Not able to get it quite enough. So Luke Johansson, the offense, back out, and he's looking to air this one out deep on the first play. Finds Keegan Johnson, and they are in the end zone first. Bellevue West wasting no time striking. They're given one play, and they take advantage. Keegan Johnson is in the end zone. 6-0 Thunderbolts. And that's the dangerous thing about this offense. Their receivers are quick. They know their routes, and they will take advantage if they get that extra step on you.
Oh, yeah.
They will burn you. And that's what we're seeing right here. So Bell West on the board first.
And we saw Taylor, he had 10 yards to get him, and KJ Johnson just running straight past him even with 10 yards to go.
And it looks like they're going to keep the offense out here for the 2-point conversion. Airs that one out. That one is tipped and caught by the Patriots. They're going to try to run with it, but Big Man's not going to get that one anywhere. Great work by the Patriots right there. A very confusing play trying to catch the Patriots off guard. Nice deflection there and a nice catch. So 6-0 is all the damage for the Patriots. So both teams taking a lot of risks early on. We saw the Patriots with that fake punt. Cole Lamel nearly picked up the first down. And here are the Thunderbolts on that 2-point conversion. Unsuccessful. But in a game like this with two explosive offenses, you expect to see that risky, aggressive play.
Yeah. It's going to be needed from both sides.
That's what makes these games super exciting.
Bellevue West, you know that they're trying to prove that they're still the number one team in this state. It's no doubt, especially with the way that these first 5-6 minutes have gone.
Yep. And while they haven't
They're
haven't had the time this season to really show everyone, I wouldn't be surprised if they proved to everyone that they really are that top team. Because, they did lose a top quarterback, but they have not hesitated. They're one game back, as I'd mentioned.
Yep.
A 55-0 victory. Here they are already getting on the board. So 7:44 remaining in quarter number 1. 6-0 is your score. All right, so after that touchdown and the unsuccessful 2-point conversion, Bellevue West looking to kick this off. And hopefully for them, their defense keeps working out a great job, forcing a 3-and-out for Millard South. So Hunter Brown, number 10, the quarterback and kicker for this team.
Wow.
Backup quarterback, obviously. But a guy that can do a little bit of everything. And he boots that one to Tay Johnson, Johnson to the 20, to the 25, advances that one to the 30, keeps working with it, goes down at the 36-yard line. Great work from Tay Johnson, evading defenders, breaking tackles, doing a little bit of everything.
Showing what he can do when he gets out in space.
That's exactly, you give that man some room, he's going to cause some trouble for the opposing team.
For the Patriots on their 37-yard line.
So for the Patriots, starting at the 36-yard line, you can't complain. A lot of room to work with. TJ Urban in this offense looking for a little more success than they had last drive, and we're seeing Shotgun 5-out formation. We saw that a lot last time, and every time but one, that meant quarterback draw for TJ Urban. We'll see what they do right here. However, he's going to pitch that one to number 31, and that's Reggie Harris. Picks up 10. And so Reggie Harris, a guy we really haven't seen a lot of action from this year. Last year we saw in the later games him getting some work, and there he is picking up the first down. So Patriots, after going 3-and-out, waste no time moving those chains.
I mean, and if you're Bell West, you can't expect him to get the ball. He hasn't seen the field. I mean, he's seen the field, but he hasn't got a ball all season.
And that's what the Patriots want to do, keep this defense on their toes. Can't be too predictable. So Urban's going to fake the handoff and stick with it. Has some room, picks up yet again a first down.
Oh, looks like they may have marked him like half a yard short there. I disagree with that.
Yep, looks like they are marking about half a yard short. It looked like his knee wasn't down. He had the first down. However, for the Patriots, a 2nd and 1 shouldn't be too much of an issue for him.
Maybe a chance to air it out here, Joey. You never know.
Take
a chance.
We've seen them airing it out more and more as the games go. Ball at the 44-yard line, 6:38 remaining in quarter number 2. And he is going to hand that one off to Tay Johnson. Johnson picks up the first down and a little more. Gets that ball to the Bell West 36-yard line. And I do want to mention, you talked about how TJ Urban should air it out more. One, I 100% agree. He should be airing it out more. We've seen it really working well lately.
Yeah.
We've seen him, go to Gage Stanger a lot, kind of his leading receiver. But we did see what this Bell West defense did. 4 interceptions in their season opener. This secondary did an insane job. Now, Bellevue East, obviously, not a top team in the state. But regardless of who you're playing, 4 interceptions, insanely impressive. 1st and 10 here, and we saw a jump on the offense. That'll be a false start. And that was Nolan Olofsson, number 75, jumping on the offensive line.
Procedure on the Patriots.
So they'll be moving back another 5. It'll be 1st and 15, ball at the 42.
And there we go again. Early game struggles from a disciplinary standpoint.
And something unacceptable. Patriots have had 24 penalties this season, an average of 73 yards given up on penalties per game.
And that's in the first 3 games of the season.
Urban going to hand this one off to Johnson. Johnson taken down right at the 40, gets a gain of 2, and that defensive line has put in a lot of work early on.
Ball carried by number 20, Taquan Johnson. Tackled by number 26, Ryan Rogers. Gain of 2 on the play.
So after advancing that ball to the 40, it'll be 2nd and 13, 5:30 to go in quarter number 2. Single back formation. Tay Johnson behind Urban. And Urban is going to stick with this one, go to the right side of the field. Good job evading defenders. Gets that one close to the first down. Ball at about the 28-yard line. Looks like he'll need 2 more on 3rd down.
That was perfect for 2nd and long, make it 3rd and manageable.
Yep. And we saw in the first game or 2 of the season, Urban was still running it a lot like we saw in the last year, but not quite as much.
Yeah.
And he's kind of reclaimed that spot as a great running quarterback. He does lead this team in rushing yards. Last season, obviously, he was 2nd to Isaiah Harris, but here he is 1st on the team in rushing yards. Him, Tay Johnson, and Christian Nash all getting a lot of looks. So 3rd and 2, ball at the 29-yard line. Urban's going to try to get a screen pass, but that one deflected. Great job by the Bell West defense. That was number 19, Jack McDonald, doing a great job getting there. Deflect that pass, so it'll be 4th and 2. Offense staying on the field, continuing that aggression.
And that play is supposed to be a play where it's a snap throw.
Yep.
And the defense was still able to get up in TJ Urban's face right there.
Defense was right there, and we almost saw Christian Nash take the field. He took about 2 steps before a coach pulled him back. You'd kind of expect to see him in these 3rd, 4th, and short situations where he works best. Nevertheless, here the Patriots are, and they will call a timeout, try and discuss things. So a 4th and 2 at the 29-yard line. 4:33 to go in the first quarter. Thunderbirds up 6-0. We will be right back after the quick timeout. 4th and 2 at the 29-yard line. Patriots trying to pick up the first down and continue this drive. Urban's going to stick with this one, pick up the first down and more to the 10-yard line. And Urban is in the end zone. 4th and 2, 29-yard touchdown rush. Wow. And the Patriots have tied this one up, looking to take the lead with the Cole Lamel PAT.
Great execution by the offensive line right there. Had everybody faking left, and TJ took off right, 29 yards right up the middle.
And you can tell that defense thought Tay Johnson would be running with it, but there is Urban now, 49 rushing yards already for TJ. As he ties this thing up, Patriots looking to take the lead with 4:27 to go in the first half, in the first quarter. And they're going to try to go for 2. Gage Stanger might have gotten that one. We'll see what they call it. And Patriots pick up the 2-point conversion. Both teams playing insanely aggressive.
Aggression. That's
and
what you need. Two top
Props
3
to Gage
teams in the
Stanger.
state.
It looked like he was easily down short, but he kept fighting, dove into the end zone, barely picks up the 2-point conversion. So the Patriots with an 8-6 lead.
And that's why you can see why this Patriot coaching staff loves Gage so much. He's so versatile.
He's playing a huge role this year.
Oh, yeah.
So for both teams, we saw the Thunderbolts score a long touchdown and then try to go for 2. We've seen the Patriots fake a punt, and then we've seen them go for it on 4th down, and we've seen them with a 2-point conversion of their own, which they were successful. Both teams playing awfully aggressive in what looks like it will be a high-scoring offensive battle.
Oh, yeah. You can only hope, Joey.
Yeah, in a game with the number 2 and number 3 teams in the state, this is what you're looking for. This is kind of what we expected to see in the Battle of Q Street last week.
Yep.
We saw a very slow start. We saw it in the second half.
That's true.
But the Patriots wasting no time early on, reclaiming that lead.
And so that's the first points that Bellevue West has allowed all season.
Yep.
See how they respond here from an offensive standpoint.
So Cole Lamel kicking this one off. And that one a booming kick. Will be caught in the end zone. And he's going to call fair catch. That'll be a touchback. Starting off the 20-yard line. Now it's Keegan Johnson with the catch. We saw on the first kickoff, he ended up fumbling after really having nowhere to go. Right there, not wanting to risk it. Would have had poor field position, you would imagine, if you try to take that one out. Smart move right there. So they'll start off the 20-yard line. Luke Johansson looking to get this offense going.
And look at that. Bellevue West has been pushing the tempo offensively. They know what they're doing every drive. They're getting to the line, and they're forcing this defense to react quick.
Looking to air it out on the first play. Finds a receiver. However, he loses that ball. Oh, and he reclaims it. The Patriots look like they were easily able, and we have a flag thrown. I believe that'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Thunderbolts. But we saw the catch made by Meek O'Reilly, advanced that ball, lost it, and it looked like it was an easy recovery for the Patriots. We're not able to grab it.
They had 3 guys on top of that ball. And
Hard to believe that Meek O'Reilly was able to field that.
Snatch that.
But I'll tell you what, he's an awfully impressive tight end. In this last week, he has gotten offers from both Louisville and Auburn. Huge powerhouse colleges. Just a junior.
Wow.
And that will be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Meek O'Reilly. We saw him push Millard South defender after picking up that fumble. So after the big gain, they will be going right back to the 20-yard line.
So I believe that they get the first.
Yep,
No.
they still had the first down play, so they technically did get the first down, but they're moving right back. 1st and 27. And heavy defensive pressure, the Patriots with a huge sack. Just their 3rd sack of the season, and what a time to do it. Tate Heinrichs was right there, leading the team in tackles, and he is playing awfully aggressive and pressing early.
That
so
was
it'll be
huge for
it'll
the
be a
Patriots.
2nd and 15. I was a little confused by the scoreboard that said 1st and 17, so that makes a little more sense. It'll be 2nd and 15 after that sack.
Well, it's confusing because you'd expect them to go back yardage.
Quarterback screen pass to Keegan Johnson. Johnson did a nice job advancing that ball, but a flag thrown, and I believe that'll be on Meek O'Reilly.
Once again.
We'll wait for the call. Refs quickly discussing this call. We had multiple flags thrown. Yep, and that will be holding on Miko Riley.
So his second early mistake. 2 penalties on him in a row. We had the unsportsmanlike conduct and then the holding on that play.
And there were 2 violations on him on that play. And they're making it awfully difficult for him. Yep, so it was a holding on Miko Riley, also an illegal man downfield.
So I believe, Joey, the illegal man downfield was declined by the Patriots.
They did decline that penalty, went with the holding call instead.
So they keep the downage, but move it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yep, back at the 13, it'll be 3rd and 18 on this play. So they're going to need to air this one out, which won't be a surprise. That's kind of their primary source of offense. Defensive pressure right on him, and that ball is incomplete. Patriot defense looking like they're in their peak form.
Wow.
This is the best I've seen the Patriot defense right now.
And
against one of the best offenses
tonight
in the state. Zane Stanger with a huge hit right there.
And Bellevue West back to the offensive line,
And
ready
so is
to push the tempo.
So it is now 3rd and 18. The scoreboard, some awfully confusing moves. 3rd and 18, airing this one out. That one is caught, but immediately sent down by Zane Stanger. Another huge tackle by Stanger. So that'll be about a 4th and 4, 4th and 5.
And the offense looking to stay on the field inside their own 30-yard line here, Joey.
Well, it's an awfully risky move. It makes sense. They've been very successful on these pass plays.
That's true. Even if they're just quick passes that are designed to go 2-3 yards, they're working. That's all they need. They need 3 yards here.
So 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. 4th and 3 at their own 28. They will be going for it. That pass is off, and that is caught by Miko Riley and picks up the first down. Needed 3, picked up 5.
And taking another big hit on the catch, but luckily able to secure it.
And, you know, he's an awfully impressive receiver. He made a mistake in his first reception, and I doubt he'll do it again this game.
Absolutely not.
And you like to see him playing a role in that first down. He had multiple mistakes. He's had a holding call, the fumble, the unnecessary roughness. And so they're airing it out again. Defense right up on him, breaks a tackle, gets that throw off. That one is caught. Might have been just short of the first down, but he found number 3, Caden Helms. And, man, this offense is working quick.
Working.
And that one will pick up the first down, so they are moving the chains. Ball at the 46-yard line now.
But we are seeing some very big hits from the Patriots. I mean, they keep throwing it over the middle. They're going to get hit by these strong linebackers and free safeties. So.
Yep. And they're going to hand this one off. First rushing attempt in a while, and not successful. A gain of 1 right there from the Thunderbolts. So Gio Contreras, sophomore, wide receiver and running back, got the attempt right there and had nowhere to go. Jack Nicolaisen making the tackle. So 2nd and 9 here with 1:50 to go. And we got some movement on the field. That'll be a false start on the Thunderbolts.
Another disciplinary issue for the Thunderbolts.
And they've really struggled. These are the things that you cannot afford. You can't afford these disciplinary issues. However, they dealt with them earlier in this drive, and they were successful somehow picking up the first down. So ball now at the 42. It'll be 2nd and 14. Luke Johansson is going to hand this one off yet again. Gets that ball to the 43, maybe the 44. Gio Contreras yet again getting a rushing attempt and had nowhere to go.
And we see it again. The Patriots are so effective in stopping the run.
Yep, Connor Hoy was right there to make that tackle after no time. Luke Johansson discussing with Gio Contreras, wasn't in the correct formation. He's looking to air this one out. The defense right over him, and they will make another sack. And this defensive line has been insane. Jack Nicolaisen and Connor Hoy were right there.
There we go.
So they will bring the punting squad out as this defensive approach from the Patriots has been by far more successful than any game. They had 2 sacks going into today, have already had another 2 in just this first quarter. So 30 seconds to go, 4th and long. So they will just punt this one away.
Unless we see a little Cole Lamel magic for the Thunderbirds.
This one going in the direction of Antrell Taylor. He's going to let it bounce. And that one will be down at the 36-yard line. So 15 seconds to go in quarter number 1. 8-6 is still your score as the Patriots lead. We will be right back as the Patriot offense gets ready to take the field. So the Patriots, after a huge stop, starting this drive off of the ball at their own 36-yard line, 15 seconds to go in quarter number 1. 5 wide formation, TJ Urban in the shotgun. As I mentioned earlier, we saw this a lot in the last game. Every time but one was a QB draw. Faked the pitch again to Reggie Harris, decided to run with it, but was immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a yard behind it. So the first time they did it, they pitched it to Harris, who had a big gain. This time he tried to stick with it, was taken down immediately, and that will conclude quarter number 1. A very exciting first quarter for both teams. Both teams playing very aggressive. The Patriots lead 8-6. We'll be right back for quarter number 2. And we are back for quarter number 2, 12 minutes on the clock. Patriots starting off 2nd and 10, ball at the 36-yard line after that TJ Urban run where he was taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Single back formation here. He's going to fake the handoff and is immediately sent down. Taken down in the backfield.
Maybe a little miscommunication there from TJ and his running back.
Yeah, you saw it didn't look like they knew what was going on, and the defensive line was right there regardless of what they went with. So it'll be a 3rd and 14 here after a loss of 4.
Right now it looks like both defensive lines are kind of dominating the offensive lines both sides.
Yep. So likely to see Urban airing it out. Looking for Gage Stanger. That throw is low. That'll hit the ground. Incomplete, so we'll see 4th and 14 as Cole Lamel and the punting squad come out. So the Patriots, after a huge stop on the defensive side, unable to do anything on offense with a quick 4th and 14, 3 and out. It's the second time this game they've gone 3 and out. So Keegan Johnson set to return this kick for Bellevue West. Should be able to see some solid field positioning to start. At least better than they have seen so far in this game.
You just got to tighten this, basically. Yeah. This should be pretty tight.
Lamel's punt close to the sideline. That one will go out of bounds at the 27. So that'll be the best field position Bellevue West has started with so far. They had it at about the 6-1 in their first drive. Also started with it at the 20.
Actually, I believe, Joey, when Cole Lamel took off with the fourth down, he got tackled around the 45-yard line. And we saw a one-play touchdown from that.
Yeah, they wasted no time. Looking to get some success going, trying to reclaim this lead as Luke Johansson of the offense are back out on the field. First and 10, he's going to pitch that one back immediately. Solid gain right there, gets that ball to the 35-yard line. And that one is Keegan Johnson. Keegan Johnson has been one of the most active players for this Bellevue West team.
And you can see why he's an explosive player. And he's in at quarterback right now, Joey. He's running a little bit of wildcat.
Yep. Got 5 wide. You would imagine he'll be running it. But really, with this Bellevue West offense, you never can tell.
We did see him try and throw on the 2-point conversion.
2nd and 3. He'll pick up the first down and a little bit more. Gets that ball to the 43-yard line. Both offenses have been very aggressive, ready to keep the defense on their toes.
And we see Bell West again, no huddle. They know what they're doing every single time.
So they're going for the draw again, but the defensive line right on top of them.
Another tackle for loss, excuse me, Joey, by the Patriots.
And that was a great job right there by Lance Rucker. He was right on top of that play, knew exactly what they were going with. A big tackle for loss makes that 2nd and 14, 10 minutes to go in quarter number 2.
There it is. Bell West picks up a first down. It looks like their drive's going really good, and then one play or one penalty, and they got to come for 2nd and long.
Yep. Looking to air it out, hit immediately, but gets the throw off. That'll be complete to number 6, Keegan Johnson. Gets that ball to about the 50-yard line. And this defensive line's done a great job of putting pressure. We saw there hitting Luke Johansson as he makes that throw, but that throw was flawless. Went right to Johnson, so it'll be a 3rd and 2. Ball right at the 50-yard line. High snap. He hands that one off to number 7. Picks up the first down and more. Gets that to the 38-yard line. That was Les Richardson. So another solid drive here from the Thunderbolt offense. Defense all over him for sack number 3. Tate Heinrichs brings him back to the 50-yard line. Tate's 2nd sack of the game.
Forcing his way right through the offensive line.
And this defensive line has not looked this good all season. They've been solid, but they're putting their best work in what is likely their most difficult game of the season.
Their biggest game of the season.
So 2nd and 18, ball back at the 47-yard line. He's going to hand that one off back to Richardson. Richardson picks up the first down. He keeps going and sent down at the 15. So what a huge play from Bell West. We've seen this from them all game long. They have a rough setback, and they respond with excellence. Bring that ball to about the 15-yard line. Great work from Les Richardson in this Bell West offense.
Finally, they bust off a big run, Joey. It's been looking like they're going to get a 15, 20-yard gainer soon, and there it was.
And he's going to hand this one off to Richardson again. Richardson successful yet again. Gets that one past in the end zone. Touchdown Thunderbolts. Richardson fought past the defender, broke a tackle, and took the lead. Thunderbirds doing a fantastic job. So what a great response. It seems like every time they struggle, every time they have some sort of setback, they respond with perfection. Back yet again, score 12-8. And we'll see what they do here. You would usually assume it'd be a PAT, but not with this team. 2-point conversion attempt yet again. Their last one was unsuccessful. The Patriot pass was deflected.
They're going for it again.
So Keegan Johnson trying to get past, flips that one up in the end zone. That one is caught. So 2-point conversion successful. Score moves to 14-8. Thunderbirds lead. 8:18 to go in quarter number 2. We will be right back. So after that touchdown to take the lead, number 10, Hunter Brown, ready to kick this off. We'll see if the Patriots can respond. They did well last time, taking the lead with a TJ Urban 29-yard touchdown run. And this kick is caught at the 10-yard line by Tay Johnson. Johnson brings that one to about the 23 before being sent down.
So a solid return there, but nothing like what we saw in his first return of the game.
Yep, first return we saw him give an open field, and he took advantage, evading a few defenders, breaking a tackle.
First down 10 for the Patriots from their 23.
And although tonight's the first night that we've had students in the student section, I haven't really been able to hear them tonight, Joey.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. You kind of keep forgetting that that's the case again. It doesn't seem right. It seems like we're not going to be seeing that. But yeah, they're there. It's senior-only student section, but they're still representing Millard South community. So 1st and 10, ball at the 23. Single back formation for the Patriots. And Urban's going to hold on to this one. However, taken down in the backfield at the 21-yard line. The defensive line was right all over that. He faked the handoff to Tay Johnson.
Ball carried by number 2, TJ Urban. Tackled by number 31, Kier.
And besides the drive where they scored a touchdown, they only have one other first down of the entire game.
Yep, they've seen some offensive struggles. You like to see some consistency, as right now they are going 5 wide. He's going to try to run this one again. Urban taken down at the 20. And besides a few big runs, Urban has seen no success from the rushing game.
TJ Urban. Tackled by number 77, David Waller.
And that had to have been a really big key for the Bellevue West defense going in. They know how big this running game is for guys like TJ Urban. Dual threat quarterback. They had to make sure we are going to shut down that running game, make him air it out. With a strong secondary that had 4 interceptions last game, that had to have been a goal of theirs. And with the 3rd and 12 here for the Patriots, you got to expect him going for the pass game.
And he's only passed it 2 times tonight, Joey. Very short on both of them.
Yep, and he sees Gage Stanger here for a deep pass. However, that one just passed, and that'll be incomplete.
And
just a little too much on that pass. went for his trusty target, Gage Stanger.
And it seems like every time TJ drops back, we know exactly where the ball's going to go.
Last year, Antrell Taylor, the leading receiver, still gets a lot of looks,
But
nowhere near what Gage Stanger's been seeing this season. So another 3 and out for the Millard South Patriots, one of the most dangerous offenses in the Bellevue West defense. Besides that one drive that ended in a Patriot touchdown, has done a great job really limiting this offense. So Cole Lamel yet again having to come out for a punt.
And timeout by the Patriots here.
An interesting call. Usually you don't see a timeout on a 4th and long. I don't know if there's some miscommunication there from the special teams.
Or what?
Yep, so we'll be right back after this quick timeout. So after that quick timeout, 4th and 12 at the 21-yard line. Cole Lamel set to punt. Low snap right there. Really gets a hold of that kick. And that one keeps rolling to the 33-yard line. So Bell West starting in a very similar spot to where they did last time. However, a little bit better field position. So for Luke Johansson in this offense, looking to pick up right where you left off, where he honestly didn't see a lot of work. You know, they've got great receivers, big pass game, but that's not what got him a great drive. It was the running game to Les Richardson. That's where they saw all their success coming from in the last drive. So we'll see what they go with. We know with that heavy receiving core, they might go for more of a pass approach just to really keep catching that defense off guard. And he does look to air this one out on the first play, and he's going for the deep ball. That's Keegan Johnson. Not able to make the catch. Great coverage there from Antrell Taylor. Tay Johnson, excuse me.
Great defense. I thought he may have gotten a pass interference call, but he hit the guy as soon as he touched the football, that was perfect.
I think that was perfect timing right there for Tay Johnson.
He had no clue where that ball was either.
Yeah, great coverage there on the deep ball. Could have been a huge play for the Bell West offense.
And honestly, a great throw as well. That ball was right on target.
Luke Johansson, a very talented quarterback. So working with it again. Looks to air that one out. Gets that ball to the 40-yard line. Found number 7, Les Richardson. Richardson did a great job on the run game last drive. This time seeing a quick little pass. Moves that to 3rd and 3, ball at the 40. 6 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Thunderbirds trying to increase this lead.
And the Patriots trying to halt the lead. I mean, if you go down 2 touchdowns at half, especially against how explosive as we've seen this offense be for the Thunderbirds, could be pretty scary trying to get back into this one.
Yep, as Caden Helms makes that catch for the first down. Got a gain of about 6 right there. And they've done a great job on their 3rd down conversions. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and short, they've done a fantastic job really taking advantage, converting.
Yeah, that is surprising. They have converted a couple of 3rd and 8 or longer 3rd down conversions. So
ball at the 49-yard line. They'll hand this one off. Pick up a gain of 5 there as Les Richardson with another carry.
We didn't see him much in the first quarter. Nice to see him get some touches, especially how explosive he is.
Yep, already 79 yards on the game. 8 carries.
And a touchdown.
So a 2nd and 5, ball at the 46-yard line. 5:15 to go. Quarterback's going to hand this one off to Richardson yet again. Richardson making great work out of it. Just kept moving with that ball. Gets that one to the 28-yard line. And this Bell West team in their last few drives have done a fantastic job. They just keep moving the ball, been relentless.
And they're even doing it through the running game.
Mm-hmm. Really doing a great job operating on all sides of the ball. Luke Johansson with a quick pass there. Finds Meek O'Reilly for the touchdown. 28 yards untouched. Thunderbolts increase their lead
Once again.
20-8 with an opportunity for the PAT to further increase it. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this 2-point conversion still yet to go for a PAT. And so this is the Thunderbird offense we expected to see right out of the gate. Had a little bit of a slow start. Patriot D-line did a great job early on. But, man, has this offense recovered.
And you got to wonder, is it because they're going no huddle every single play? I mean, possibly the defensive line getting tired?
And that PAT is up, and it is good. So Hunter Brown with his first PAT attempt and took advantage. Thunderbirds increased their lead to 21-8. 5:01 remaining in the first half. We'll be right back. Hunter Brown ready for the kickoff after another Thunderbird touchdown. In this second quarter, the offense has been fantastic. Came in trailing 8-6, yet here they are up 21-8.
And maybe what we expected from the Thunderbird offense. You know?
Yeah, this is kind of what you expected to see early on. One of the most talented teams at the beginning of the season. USA Today ranked them the number 7 team in the region, and they're playing like it right now. And the Patriots, after that return, will start with it at the 20-yard line. And you can tell Tay Johnson wanted the return right there. He was upset. He wasn't able to get a chance. And so for this Patriot offense, obviously this isn't, a do-or-die time. But just with your mentality, the momentum, this is a huge drive.
Yeah.
You only got 5 minutes left in the half. You're looking to take advantage, get on the board, make this a one-possession game.
And even if that means getting 1 or only 2 first downs, that would be huge for this offense right now.
Looks like that's Christian Nash in the backfield. And Nash getting a rush attempt, but is taken down in the backfield at the 15-yard line. And we know Nash's specialty has been his body. He's able to go right through defenders, but just had nowhere to go. Couldn't, usually he builds that momentum.
Yeah.
It just goes through him. Wasn't able to get any momentum. Wasn't able to get that speed going. Taken down for a loss of 4. So with 4:40 to go, ball at the 16-yard line.
It's hard to take him down, especially on first contact, but, I mean, he got hit hard there.
And you said it earlier, both defensive lines playing great games. So Urban rolling with it, looking for a receiver. Tried to see Hale Kilcoyne, however, that throw low and incomplete. And TJ Urban is a guy where we've said time and time again, his pass game has insanely improved. He's done a fantastic job this year, but in this game, accuracy's been a struggle.
We've seen 3 extremely low passes and a somewhat decent long ball. As a little
the long ball was solid, but not a lot of great options. But he struggled early on. So 3rd and 14 for the Patriots, and they just cannot afford another 3 and out, especially knowing the field position and the time that they're going to give Bell West. So a big 3rd and 14. They're going the screen pass to Gage Stanger, and he is taken down after a gain of 2 yards.
At the most. And then again, another 3 and out, but this time not even able to pass the line of scrimmage. 4th and 11 this time as they're going to punt.
Yeah, and this Patriot offense, they're going to need a boost. They have really struggled. And we know last game, they only scored 3 in the first half, so it's not like this is something we've never seen before.
Right.
But in a game like this, I said earlier, they can't afford a slow half like they had last game. This is not a Millard West offense where you can count on your defense to recover.
And especially if the Thunderbirds are able to score on this drive. I mean, that changes the game completely for the Patriots. As instead of down 2 possessions, which is still a tough way to come back after half, to down by 3 touchdowns, Joey.
And with this explosive offense for the Thunderbirds, 3:41 to go in the second quarter, ball at the 40-yard line. This is plenty of time to get on the board yet again. And if the Thunderbirds are successful and get on the board one more time, they will really be in control of this game. The Patriots will need an insane second half on both sides to get back into this one.
It would turn it into their game to lose as if it's not already.
Luke Johansson with a quick pass to Mika Riley. That one low and incomplete. It looked like Riley wasn't even expecting it that early.
And credit that to the Patriot defensive line getting right into the backfield right away.
I mean, this defense is given a very difficult job. You got to try to limit this insane offense with, like you said, the best receiving core in the state, just constant activity. So you're expecting the offense to be, keeping you in this game.
And the offense isn't able to do much.
Yep. And on 2nd and 10, relentless work there from Les Richardson. Looked like he'd go down right at the line of scrimmage. Gets a gain of about 4, however. And for a 4-yard rush, that's about as impressive as it gets.
Oh, yeah.
So it'll be a 3rd and 6 here. And for the Patriots, this is a huge stop. You cannot afford them to keep this drive going any longer. 3:10 to go in the second quarter. And they will be able to pick it up. Like you said, they reversed it, going to number 6, Keegan Johnson. Keegan Johnson keeping the success going as they pick up the first down and move that one to the Millard South 44-yard line.
Keeping the defense on their toes, the Thunderbirds able to switch everything up whenever they need to. They are in complete control of this game offensively and defensively.
And we mentioned it earlier. We saw the Patriot defense struggle in the second half against Millard West for a while because it just looked like they were tired. You got to wonder if they're starting to get to that point with that heavy offense, if they're starting to get a little fatigued. As we see everyone but the center and the quarterback moving right there. That'll be a false start. That'll be a false start on Bellevue West. They'll be moving back 5 yards. So ball now at the 49-yard line. 3:01 to go.
Let's see if the Thunderbirds can bounce back after a penalty that puts them behind 10 yards.
And we've seen them commit a lot of penalties early on, but have made great work out of it. As we see a timeout called from the Thunderbirds. Want to talk this over. So 3:01 to go. 21-8 is your score. Thunderbirds lead. We'll be right back right after this quick timeout. So after that quick timeout, we are back. 1st and 15, ball at the 49, 3:01 to go. Luke Johansson going to hand this one off. Picks up a few yards, gets that ball to about the 46. So it'll be a 2nd and 11. Luke Irvine making the tackle on that play for Millard South. Shotgun formation, 5 wide.
We've seen a wide receiver pick from this, and we've seen a QB keeper.
Do a good job switching it up. Heavy defensive pressure, but gets that throw off to number 7, Les Richardson, who picks up a gain of about 6. Brings that ball to the 40-yard line.
So 3rd and long again for the Thunderbirds. They've been very easily picking these up at the beginning of this game.
It'll be a 3rd and 6 here, and they've done a great job both running and passing. Their run game destroyed the Patriots one drive, and their pass game has been consistently strong. So here's Joe Hansen quickly airing that one out. That pass is caught. We'll see if they call the first down. He might have been able to reach that ball over. However, I think they may have called him a yard short. And looks like they will. So it'll be a 4th and 1. And to no surprise, offense staying out. 1:45 to go in quarter number 2.
Keegan Johnson and at quarterback again for this play.
He's just going to run that one and pick up the first down. This Bellevue West offense has done a fantastic job. And like we have said, looks like that defense line might be getting a little fatigued.
Oh, yeah.
Not able to put in that strong work they were seeing in that first quarter, which is why we're seeing a lot more subs with that line. As we saw Jack Nicolaisen and Bo Wentz stepping out for a sec. So 1st and 10 at the 33, 1:30 to go, and he's going to air this one out to the end zone. Too much on that. That pass falls incomplete.
A lot of touch in there for both the receiver and the defender. There could have been pass interference.
Yeah, on the play, both the receiver and the defender on the ground. However, that one, I feel like there was just too much on that pass. It was ineligible pass. One would not have been caught. So it moves to 2nd and 10. A score here would be huge for the Thunderbirds. Keep increasing this lead. Keep the momentum on their side. They're going to go the handoff to Richardson, but the defensive line takes him down for a loss of 1.
Nowhere to go.
Great job by number 70, Jonah Matthews, right there to make the tackle. So it'll be a 3rd and 12 here. And we have a timeout for Bellevue West. They want to discuss it. So 1:16 to go. It'll be a 3rd and 12 at the 35. So 3rd and long here. Ball at the 35. Luke Johansson in shotgun formation, 5 wide. Defense right over him as that pass is tipped up by the intended receiver, Caden Helms. And that pass is incomplete, moves to 4th and 12. And that was a huge play there for the Patriots, who frankly, they didn't do a whole lot. They put pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah. But
if that pass was a little lower, that catch would have been made. And it looks like they might be keeping the offense on the field right here, 4th and 12.
And that's a weird position on the field, the 35-yard line. Way too far to kick a field goal, and then just too close to punt.
And you got to look with 1:13 and how unsuccessful the Patriot offense has been lately. Even if they don't get it, might not be a huge issue. So Johansson gets crushed as he makes that throw to the end zone. And that one is caught. An insane play from Luke Johansson. He was absolutely demolished right there, but throws a perfect pass to number 6, Keegan Johnson.
Wow. The defensive line doing anything they can to disrupt that ball. That ball throwing as he gets hit. It's a perfect throw to
And that's
Keegan
one of the most
Johnson
impressive
right
plays I've seen this season. Luke Johansson in his one and only game this season, 186 yards and 3 touchdowns. And you can see his talent shining right now in this second quarter.
Already got 2 touchdowns on the game as well.
What a play from the Thunderbirds. PAT for Hunter Brown is up. And that one is good. Lead increases to 28-8. So the Patriots enter the quarter leading 8-6, have given up 22 unanswered points. So with 1:07 remaining, we will be right back in a second as the Thunderbirds kick off. So Hunter Brown ready to kick things off. 1:07 remaining in quarter number 2. Thunderbirds have really taken over the second quarter.
Oh, yeah.
They've shown that insane offense they have of theirs, leading 28-8. And obviously, regarding, depending on where the Patriots' field position starts, it's unlikely that they'll see any points on the board in this first half. But we know that this offense can put together big plays fast. As the catch is made by Tay Johnson, breaks a tackle but goes down at the 21-yard line.
Kickoff return by number 20, Taquan Johnson.
So we'll see what the Patriots do. 1:04 on the clock.
First down and 10 for the Patriots from their 21-yard line.
And for the Patriots here, the worst thing that they can do is leave time on the clock. Even if they don't score this possession, they have to use the entire 1 minute and 4 seconds because the Thunderbirds have taken shots, long balls, and they have connected tonight.
Yep. They can make something happen with no time. But we know the Patriots can do that too, as we see a 5 wide. And Urban's going to run with this one right up the middle, breaks a tackle, keeps going, gets the first down, brings that ball to the 32-yard line. And so TJ Urban, besides a few players, has struggled with the run game. So that ball at the 32, yet again 5 wide. Urban in shotgun, clock ticking with 45 seconds to go. And this time he's going to pitch it off to Reggie Harris. Reggie brings that ball to the 42. 37, excuse me.
Happens to the best.
Yeah, that's right. So with that clock still ticking, 20 seconds to go. 2nd and 5. Urban looking to air it out. Throwing that one deep to Gage Stanger. Too much on it, though. About a foot less. And you got to imagine that would have been caught by Gage Stanger. We've seen the deep ball thrown 2, maybe 3 times, and they've been like that. They've both been to Gage Stanger. They both had just a little too much on it. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Patriots. 12 seconds remaining.
Joey, if you're the Patriots, do you take the shot or do you run the ball, get the clock going, and just ride it right into halftime? What do you do?
It's a tough call. Frankly, I think I'd air it out.
You think so?
They have 1 timeout left, so if you can at least advance that ball a little bit, and it looks like they will air it out. Urban throws it deep to Gage Stanger yet again. This one is taken down by the defense. Nice job. Looks like that hit the back of number 41, C.J. Lillienkamp.
All over him.
Yep. And C.J. Lillienkamp, in his last game, one and only game against Bellevue East, did have one of their 4 interceptions. So 4th and 5 here, 6 seconds to go. The Patriot offense looking to stay out here, just realizing that this play should be able to take up the rest of the clock. And probably a smart call. Now they're bringing out the punting squad because there's a quick incompletion. Thunderbirds will be given amazing field position. So they thought about it, however, ultimately making the smart move.
Hopefully able to hold it with his rugby-style kick long enough and just boot this one way out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to imagine, unless there was a huge return, that this should be the final play. And we'll see the call. It might have been a delay of game on the Patriots. And it is.
Delay of game.
However, that shouldn't be an issue for them.
Right.
Their only agenda right here is to punt this and take up those final 6 seconds. So not a huge deal. The only effect is that it gives the Thunderbirds an extra 5 yards. So Lamb taking his time on that one. And a fair catch is made by Keegan Johnson. And that'll do it for half number 1. So after an 8-6 lead for the Patriots after 1, the Thunderbirds with an insane second quarter putting up 22 points. 28-8 is your score at the end of the first half. We will be back for half number 2. We are back for half number 2. Thunderbirds lead 28-8. Patriots ready to receive the opening kickoff. That one to Tay Johnson caught at the 5-yard line. Working to the right side of the field and taken down at the 11. Great job by the defense getting right there.
Lit up on that play.
And we said he's been dangerous with the open field, and he tried to make that right side of the field work, get an open path, but they did not allow him. So the Patriot offense will be starting off in some rough field position. And frankly, while time is on their side, obviously they have a full half, down by 20, it's a 3-possession game, they've got to get going soon.
Oh, yeah.
Because as impressive as their defense has been, and this defensive line for the Patriots has been playing their best game so far this season, it's hard to imagine them really limiting this Thunderbird offense. So the offense has really got to get going soon for the Patriots.
Yeah, and back on the Thunderbird offense, they are so explosive through the running game, through the passing game. Everything they do just seems to be working for them.
Yep. So Urban, first play, is going to pitch that one off. And nowhere to go. They've tried that play a few times. It worked the first time to Reggie Harris, had a big gain, but since then have struggled. That one, Gage Stanger, had nowhere to go for a loss of 1, so ball at the 13-yard line. And the Patriots, besides a few big plays, have really struggled on offense to get that momentum going. Have had a lot of 3-and-outs early on, which is something they don't traditionally see from them. So Urban fakes the handoff. He's sticking with it and picks up. I don't think he picked up anything. I think he went right down at that line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
TJ Urban has had a few big runs, had a 29-yard touchdown run, a few 11-yard runs, but besides that, has had a lot of 2-3-yard runs, a lot of where he goes right down at the line of scrimmage. So the Patriots, just over a minute into the first half, already facing a 3rd and 11 deep in their own territory. So Urban practically being forced to air it out here, which I'm frankly surprised they haven't done it more. The run game's had a lot of struggles. And so already, sorry about that, a minute 24 seconds in to the second half, already a timeout called by the Patriots. That's their first of 3. When we come back, it'll be a 3rd and 11 at their own 13-yard line. We will be right back. So after that quick timeout, the Patriots needing to discuss something, and frankly, you don't want to see a timeout called this early into the half, especially in a game where they're really going to have to work from behind. Nevertheless, 3rd and 11 here. Defense all over. Urban loses that ball, and that's picked up in the end zone. And did the Thunderbirds pick that one up? That might have been a touchdown.
But there is a penalty flag on the play, Joey.
And we'll see who that's called.
It looks like it may have been after the play, but I'm not sure.
And that one will be called on the Patriots. So we'll see what.
Intentional grounding the call.
So that'll be intentional grounding on TJ Urban. So they did call that one an incomplete pass then. They said that he had his arm up. So the Patriots. No, so a lot of confusion there. So, yep, 4th and 23 here after that play. So now at the 1-yard line, Cole Lamel having to kick this one.
Quite possibly the worst thing that the Patriots could have done there.
Yep.
In the opening drive.
I mean, for a second, it looked like they may have given up a touchdown. So they'll take
I guess
that.
That's true.
But Cole Lamel, as rough of a position as a punter you'll ever see. Solid punt here. Patriots needing a good bounce. But that one caught at the 44. Takes that one to about the 41-yard line. So to start off the drive, the Thunderbirds will be in enemy territory, which is what they like to see, trying to increase this lead over the number 2 Millard South Patriots.
And to be honest, for the Thunderbirds, field position hasn't really mattered, especially in that second quarter. It looked like wherever they were starting with the ball, they were finishing in the end zone.
Yep, they were just having these consistent drives. They'd even see a few penalties, a few losses, but they would recover with that strong passing and receiving game. As they air it out on the first play, that one to number 5, that is caught. Gets a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards there. That was Davon Hall. And Davon Hall is a rookie who has only played 1 game in the season, yet already has an offer from Iowa.
Wow.
Mind-blowing. You don't see many players that play 1 game and already have an offer from a Power 5 school. You know, he's an awfully talented player, and you got to assume if he lives up to the hype, he's going to be seeing a lot more offers coming his way. So 2nd and 6 after that pass to Hall. 9:45 remaining in quarter number 3. Looking to air this one out. Going deep. Too much on that. That'll be incomplete. We've seen the deep ball work for them a lot so far.
Yeah.
Have had a lot of huge plays. That time not so successful. Moves it to 3rd and 6.
Honestly, a little bit surprised that they didn't connect there, Joey. He had 2-3 yards beat on the nearest corner. No pressure on the quarterback, just a little bit overthrown there.
Yep, Caden Helms, the intended receiver. So 3rd and 6 here, and they have done about as good as you can get on 3rd down. Done a fantastic job converting. And looking to get one here to continue this drive. And that pass is incomplete. That one was intended to Meek O'Reilly, the trusty tight end, but could not make the catch. So moves it to 4th and 6. And we'll see what the move is here for the Thunderbirds. Tate Heinrichs did a good job disrupting that pass. So the offense staying on the field yet again.
And again in that weird territory like they were earlier when they took the deep shot right to the end zone where it's too deep to kick the field goal, too short to punt.
Yep. So 4th and 6, 9:30 to go. They're trying to keep their success going. Heavy defensive pressure. Quarterback scrambling and is short of the 1st down, so the Patriots will get the ball back. And they really needed that to try and get some momentum going, try and get some confidence in their team. Huge stop by the defense. So the Patriots will be starting right about the 36-yard line.
Turnover on downs. Patriots will take possession.
So the turnover on downs there could be huge for Millard South. Right now trailing by 20 with 9:30 to go in quarter number 3. You're looking for a surge of confidence. Defense got it right there. We'll see if it can translate over to the offensive side.
Hopefully the Patriots here can move it past the 50-yard line and flip field position heavily for themselves.
And we know TJ Erbon, the leader of this offense, is someone that they really depend on to be having great games. He has just over 60 rushing yards, but the pass game has not been successful as he hands that one off to Tay Johnson. Johnson going to the left side of the field, breaking a few tackles, advances that ball to about the 40-yard line. But, man, what a great job staying up. We know he has been relentless all year.
Yeah, every time he runs the ball, he's running and he's trying to score. He's staying up as long as he can.
Hard to take him down on first contact. So gets a gain of 4, moves that to 2nd and 6. Single back formation here for Millard South. And Urbon's going to hand it off to Johnson yet again. Johnson going to the right side of the field this time. Again, evading a few defenders, but only a gain of 2 on that play. It'll be a 3rd and 4 at the 42-yard line. And so the Patriots kind of having an opposite story. We know Bellevue West done a great job on 3rd downs, but the Patriots have struggled.
Yeah.
It seems like more often than not they're seeing 3 and outs. Trying to change that here in the second half. Try and fix this narrative and cut into this deficit they're facing right now.
This would be a huge 1st down and 3rd down conversion for the Patriots.
Urbon's going to stick with this one. Keeps going, breaks a few tackles, and he is off to the 30, the 20, the 10, and Urbon is in the end zone. What a fantastic job from TJ Urbon. Gets the Patriots back on the board, and we said Urbon's a guy that's had a ton of huge plays. Hasn't seen him today besides that one 29-yard touchdown, and it looked like there were about 3 moments in that play where he should have gone down. He was supposed to. And so they called him, looks like they said he stepped out of bounds. That'll be just a first down.
Wow.
And I think nobody expected that in the stadium. We heard, over the PA, they were calling touchdown. Everyone was cheering. But this one will be moving back. So it'll be a first down now.
Man, and we saw a similar play like that against Millard West, where TJ busted a huge run, about 60-yarders or so.
Yep, 64-yard rush that was taken back from a holding call, and he runs it again. Flag thrown, gets that ball to the 38-yard line. However, I think that one will be on the Patriots.
Flag on the play.
And so I had mentioned, you brought up that run from TJ Urban. He had that huge run called back from a holding. Here's TJ Urban with a solid 4 or 5 yard run, and that one's going back from a holding call. Patriots in the first half didn't struggle as much with penalties as they had in recent games, but it's coming to bite them right now in the second half. They're really needing that momentum, but now moving all the way back to their own 46-yard line. Really going to have their work cut out for them as they need to get that ball to the 33.
So just about 20 yards here for the Patriots. Thankfully, first down.
5 wide, Urban in shotgun. He's going to run that one right up the middle. Gets it to the Bellevue West 49-yard line.
Number 2, TJ Urban.
So it was a 1st and 21 for the Patriots.
Tackle by number 26, Ryan Rogers. 2nd down and 16.
Ryan Rogers making the tackle for Bellevue West after that 5-yard pickup from Urban. And for this Patriot offense, you're just looking for consistency. They've had a lot of struggles trying to pick up some solid gains, but they've had plays where it's either penalties or just small runs as Urban sticks with it again. Another big run here, breaks a few tackles, picks up the first down and more. Urban goes down at the 25-yard line.
And there it is, the team leader putting the team on his back and helping them get through this drought offensively.
And it's like he heard me at the start of the drive. I said he's the leader, and he's had some struggles, and here he is coming through for the team. Had a huge touchdown run where they ruled he stepped out of bounds, yet here he is after a holding brought them back. Big run to pick up the first.
You can feel the momentum begin to shift, Joey.
And that 24-yard run, Urban now has 92 rushing yards in the day. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. 7 minutes to go. Urban airs that one out to Stanger in the end zone. That one is caught. Gage Stanger with his first completion of the day. And boy, what a play for the Patriots.
Wow.
After having some rough setbacks, they fought past them. 28-14. And with a Cole Amel PAT, could be 28-15. And that's the Patriot offense that we haven't seen since that first quarter. We've only seen that offense for really one drive. Then they had a lot of struggles, and here it is early in this second half, trying to claw their way back in after facing a 20-point deficit. And Lamel's PAT, wow. That one is good. Score moves to 28-15 Thunderbirds, 7:02 to go in quarter number 3. We will be right back as the Patriots get ready to kick it off. So the Patriots get some momentum on their side. And hey, in the middle of the third quarter, you can start to hear that Patriot student section. They're getting a little rowdy now. Getting some life back into this game. 28-15 is your score. That's Cole Lamel ready to kick it off. And really got a hold of that one. That'll fall in the end zone. So they'll be starting off at the 20-yard line.
Bellevue West will take over first down and 10 for their 20.
And with a two-possession game right now, still plenty of time. A stop would be huge for the Patriots. You're trying to prevent them from getting any points on the board. Try to get that ball right back. So for Luke Johansson, seen plenty of success. Has 186 passing yards right now, which is exactly what he had in that first game of the season. Likely to tally up some more. As he hands that one off, and a nice gain right there, picking up the first down on the first play. That is Les Richardson.
Man, has he been great tonight.
Had a fantastic game. 112 yards right now for Les Richardson. Last game, he had 105 yards and just 5 carries.
And it seems like he hasn't had very many carries either.
Yep, screen pass right there to Miko Riley. Riley broke one tackle but was taken down. Picks up about 2 yards on that play.
That's something you don't see every day, Joey. A screen pass to the tight end.
Yep, but Mike Riley is not your ordinary tight end.
No, sir. He's big, he's fast, and he's got great hands.
So 2nd and 8 here, 6:10 to go in quarter number 3. Going to hand that one off to Richardson. Richardson picks up the first down yet again. Moves that ball to the 45-yard line. Les Richardson has been nothing less than fantastic in this game. And he had a rough start. His first 5 rushes weren't bad, but 6 yards, 1 yard, 5 yards, 1 yard, 7 yards. Like, it was, pretty average performance.
Yeah.
And then he just broke out since then.
And that's kind of the way it feels for the entire Bellevue West team.
And that pass is tipped up. And Jake Gassaway tipped that pass at a great read. And if he was more, that one is a hard ball to track after tipping it up, but it landed right in front of him. If he knew where that ball was, could have been a huge interception for the Patriots. Wow. Nevertheless, they will take that play. Great job by Jake Gassaway. And man, what an opportunity that could have been for Millard South. So that'll bring a 2nd and 10 here. Going to hand that one off to Richardson. Richardson gives him 5, maybe 6 yards. Just constant production from him. Millard South D-line, I've said it a few times this game, have had one of the most impressive games of the season. But they really have no answer for Richardson, who's stepping off the field right now.
And like we said earlier, you can credit that to Bellevue West's ability to go no huddle the entire game. Not letting this defense catch their breath for 1 second.
So a huge 3rd and 5 here as the Patriots trying to get the ball back. Quarterback draw, we haven't seen that much. Gets a gain of 3, maybe 4 yards, so he'll be a little bit short of that first down.
Johansson, the ball carrier.
So Johansson, we have not seen run the ball. That's not his style. Very different from TJ Urban. He's a primarily pass quarterback. So we got the 4th down, and yet again we see Keegan Johnson ready to start this one. Likely seen him just run that one right up the middle, which we've seen every time so far, in a huge 4th and 1. And he's going to go to the right side of the field, easily pick up that first down and more. Johnson to the 20, Johnson to the 10, and he is in the end zone. Bellevue West all game long. It seems like every time the Patriots gain some momentum, they get going. The Thunderbirds are right back. Keegan Johnson has been one of the best players today for the Thunderbirds. Fantastic job. I believe that is his 3rd touchdown of the day. Been doing a fantastic job. So the Thunderbirds now up 34-15.
So he's got 1 receiving touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns on the day.
That's right. Hunter Brown ready for the PAT. Trying to increase this lead, make it a 20-point game. And that one is through the uprights. Looking at this team, it's hard to say that they are not the powerhouse they were last year when they went undefeated. This team is looking like they might just be the best team in the state. as they are holding on to a 35-15 lead, 4:40 to go in quarter number 3. We will be right back. So 35-15 is your score. 4:39 to go in quarter number 3 as Hunter Brown about to kick this off. And for the Patriots, you need to get a score right here.
Oh, yeah.
You need to be able to respond. We've seen Bellevue West throughout this whole time. Whenever the Patriots gain momentum, they are right there to respond with one of their own. And the Patriots are going to need to combat that touchdown from Bellevue West. Tay Johnson catching that one. Going to the left side of the field. Good job evading a few defenders. Gets that ball to the 32-yard line. He's done a great job all night with his kick returns.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He's making men miss.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the few carries he has tonight, he's still been making people miss.
Yep, he's not a guy where he's necessarily going to go right through defenders, which he's broken a lot of really good tackles
That's
tonight.
true.
But his specialty is, evading those defenders, dodging them, and he's done that really well tonight.
Yeah, and you'd like to see him get just a few more touches. I mean, at least I would say.
Mm-hmm. So the Patriots coming off one of their most successful drives of the night, trying to replicate that right here. Needing a score, trailing by 20. And Urban's going to stick with a look to air it out on the first play. Tries to find Ryan Holdsworth. That pass incomplete.
And he had him open, and it was a great throw.
That was a fantastic throw.
Fantastic throw.
That one placed perfectly. Did a good job by the defense. And Holdsworth grabbing his leg as he limps off the field, jogging off on his own.
Intended for number 3, Ryan Holdsworth.
So, man, what a momentum shift that could have been for the Patriots. Would have been a huge gain right there. But at the same time, we did see in their last drive a few big plays that were called back, and they still were able to take advantage, put together a great drive. So 2nd and 10 here.
Ryan still looks to be extremely shook up on the sideline down there.
Urban's going to stick with this one. The defense right on top of him.
Ball carried by number 2, TJ Urban.
And that was Arden Jenkins making the tackle.
Number 66, Arden Jenkins. 3rd down and 11 for the Patriots.
So the Patriots now facing a 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 11. The ball at the 32-yard line. 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3. So as of lately, we've seen Urban's accuracy really starting to get on point.
That's true.
And they're going to need a big play here. However, that snap was muffed. And they're really reversing it. Stanger making the throw to TJ Urban. That one is caught. Urban advances that one to the 40. Goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So the Patriots bringing out a trick play of their own. 2 pitches.
Wow.
And Gage Stanger, the backup quarterback, making the throw to TJ Urban. What a play from the Millard South Patriots. Both teams have really shocked us with their aggressive play. Really trying to catch the opposing team off guard. Both teams have done it very well.
And that's what you need from 2 top 3 teams in the state.
Yep.
Like, both of these teams are ranked top 3 for a reason, and we're seeing it here.
So they move that ball to the 33-yard line. Urban looking to air it out yet again. He's feeling good. However, goes down for the sack. Defense all over him on that play. Great job there. Number 30, Jaden Roberts made the sack. Jaden Roberts, in his last game, had 11 tackles, 3 of which for loss and 1 sack. He was their leading defender in that game, and he's coming out again with a great showing. Moves it to 2nd and 12. So 3 minutes to go. Opening quarter in the second half. Urban's looking to stick with this one, going to the left side of the field. Finds a hole. Keeps moving with it after breaking a few tackles. Gets that ball to the 16-yard line, and that's what TJ Urban has done to perfection all year. When you give him room, he's going to work with it. Whether he's breaking tackles, evading defenders, does a fantastic job, and he moves the chains on a big 2nd and 12.
Great running that we're seeing from TJ in the second half. Wow.
Yeah, in the first half, besides a few runs, had struggled a little bit. Here he is with 100 rushing yards in the day now. 1st and 10 at the 18. Hand that one off to Christian Nash, going to the right side of the field, evading a few defenders, and Christian Nash is in the end zone. So the Patriots are going right at him. Both teams going head-to-head with touchdowns of their own. Fantastic quarter of football. This is the game we expected to see. What a great opening quarter to half number 2. Both offenses just with amazing work. So score moves to 35-21. Here's Cole Lamel trying to add another point to the board.
And I think it's safe to say, Joey, that the Patriots are still in this game.
Absolutely. That one nearly blocked. However, Lamel gets that one through the uprights. So 35-22 is your score. Patriots refusing to give up. That is why they are the number 2 team in the state. 2:33 to go in the third quarter. We will be right back. So both teams putting together fantastic offensive production to start this second half. Cole Lamel ready to kick it off for Millard South. Now just a 2-possession game. Patriots trailing by 13. And yet again, Lamel kickoff going to the end zone. So Thunderbirds starting at the 20-yard line. And for the Patriots, they're going to need a big stop here.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were in this position last drive. Then Bellevue West had a touchdown of their own. Keegan Johnson bringing that one in. And if they're going toe-to-toe, constant touchdowns, that's great and all. It's impressive if the Patriot offense can do that. But they got to be cutting into this deficit constantly. So a stop right here is huge. You don't want to go in that fourth quarter trailing by 2 possessions. Junior Luke Johansson is going to give that one right to Keegan Johnson. Johnson going to the left side of the field, picks up 7. Great run there by Johnson, who's had a fantastic game. By far topping his last game, which he had 2 touchdowns, but 1 rushing yard, and 65 receiving yards. Definitely topping that tonight.
With already 3 touchdowns on the game, and it is still early or late in the third quarter.
And handing that one off to number 9, but Jake Gassaway right there to stop Gio Contreras right in his tracks.
Tackled by number 11, Jake Gassaway.
So a gain of 1 there from Contreras makes it 3rd and 2, ball at the 28-yard line, 1:45 to go in the third quarter.
Huge third
Patriots
down
need a stop. And Bellevue West, realizing how big of a play this is, they want to call a timeout and discuss this next play. So with 1:43 to go, we'll be right back after this timeout. So a big play here on 3rd and 2. Thunderbirds looking for a big first down. They're going to give that one right off to Les Richardson, who picks up the first down, gets a gain of about 4 yards right there. Les Richardson, what a game he is having now.
Number 24, Gage Mack, first down for the
Him and Keegan Johnson are like not single-handedly, but both of them are manhandling this Patriot defense.
Yep, quick screen pass to Keegan Johnson, none other. Advances that ball to the 40-yard line.
pass complete to number 6, Keegan Johnson.
So going into this game, I think we thought Miko Riley was going to be the big receiver, and he's had big plays.
That's true.
He's had moments. He's got a touchdown on the day. He's having a really good game. But Keegan Johnson and Les Richardson have really been the main focal points for this offense. Obviously, Luke Johansson, the quarterback, being one of them. As Johansson hands that one off, Les Richardson picks up the first down.
Ball carried by number 7, Les Richardson.
And this is what's been tough for the Patriots. It seems like regardless of where the Thunderbirds start with the ball, they've just had these really good, strong drives where they're just constantly moving that ball downfield, chewing clock while they do it.
Yeah. They're long drives, and then they'll come out and they'll have a quick drive. They'll throw a 40-yard pass and get into the end zone.
They can do a little bit of everything as there's 1 minute to go in quarter number 3. And they're seeing him pitch it right to Keegan Johnson going on the left side of that field. Picks up the first down for a gain of 11. Keegan Johnson having a fantastic night.
Keegan Johnson. Tackle and play by number 9, Zane Stenger.
There's a little trickeration from both sides in this quarter.
And with the way this Bellevue West offense has been working, the men who were responsible for moving those chains getting a great workout tonight. Seems like every other play they're moving downfield. Ball at the 44-yard line, 35 seconds to go in quarter number 3. And he's looking to air this one out, going for the screen pass. Finds Les Richardson, who keeps staying up. Moves that ball to the 38-yard line.
Pass complete to number 7, Les Richardson.
Now it's Jake Gassaway making the tackle.
Tackle by number 11, Jake Gassaway.
So 2nd and 4, 10 seconds to go. We'll see if they get one more play off. And it looks like that'll be it for quarter number 3. So both teams probably with one of their best offensive productions in this quarter. Thunderbirds lead 35-22 with 1 period to go. We'll be right back for the start of quarter number 4. So to start off the 4th quarter, ball at the 38-yard line. It'll be a 2nd and 4. Luke Johansson and the offense looking to keep their strong game going. As intended receiver Caden Helms was not expecting that pass, wasn't even looking for it. Now one was behind him anyway. So it'll move to 3rd and 4. Patriots yet again needing a huge stop. And with the field position, even if they were stopped, I would assume that Bellevue West would be going for it. So they'll likely need 2 big stops here.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen them time and time again inside the Patriot 40. They're
Yep.
going for it on 4th down.
But first, the Patriots will need to force a 4th down, as the quarterback's going to stick with that one. Might have been just short of that 1st down line. It was awfully close. So Luke Johansson, we didn't see run it at all early in this game. In the last 5-6 minutes, he's had 2 rushing attempts, and they will call that a 1st down, so they will move the chains. Yet again, just a strong drive put together from Bellevue West. So ball at the 34-yard line now. Offense being patient right now. He's going to hand that one off to Les Richardson. Richardson gets a gain of about 9 right there, just short of the 1st down. Les Richardson, it seems like the Patriots just aren't able to limit him. Gassaway yet again making the tackle, but one of the leading tacklers for the Patriots tonight. So it'll be a 2nd and 1 now at the 25-yard line. 1 minute into quarter number 4.
Man, Joey, it's tough to say. If the Thunderbirds can score another touchdown here,
Patriots are going to need to put something insanely impressive together as they go to the screen pass right there to number 5. That one is caught. Gets that ball to the 16, maybe the 15-yard line. And that is Davon Hall.
To number 5, Devon Hall.
The freshman, we talk about how talented he is. Only has 2 receptions on the day.
Yeah.
Has made good work out of both of them.
But, I mean, like we've said earlier, there's other guys on this team carrying.
It's an insane receiving core for this Bellevue West team as they pick up the 1st down at the 15-yard line. And there's a flag thrown, so that'll be a false start on Bellevue West. We saw early in the game a lot of penalties from them, bringing them back. Haven't seen it in the second half much, but right there playing in effect. But we'll see, with those penalties, the Patriots haven't been able to take advantage.
No.
It seems like just like that, the Thunderbirds basically eliminating, the difficulties of having to deal with those big yardage plays.
Yeah, no matter what the setback has been for the Thunderbirds, they're able to bounce back easily.
As right now, the defensive line all over him. That pass was nearly intercepted. Great job by the defense getting right to him.
Looked like 2 Patriot defenders had a chance at that ball, Joey.
Yep, and we saw Jack Nicolaisen did a great job pressuring the quarterback, hitting him as he threw it. And like you said, 2 Patriot defenders diving attempts to try and grab that ball. Would have been a huge turnover forced.
Oh, yeah.
So it moves to 2nd and 15 now. 10-13 to go. Going to hand that one off to Les Richardson. And Richardson breaks a few tackles, and he keeps going. Les Richardson is in the end zone for another touchdown. And he has been just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's just when the Patriots looked like they had the Thunderbirds right where they needed it.
They were starting to limit him, but breaking 2, maybe 3 tackles on that play and getting in the end zone. Les Richardson having a career night. So the Thunderbirds' lead increases. With this PAT, could be a 20-point lead for Bellevue West with just over 10 minutes to go. So we'll see what Hunter Brown can do here. PAT attempt. That one is up, and it is through the uprights. So 42-22 is your score, and the Patriots, times are looking tough for them. They're going to need to get working now. Odds are not in their favor.
And they've scored on their last 2 drives, and they're still down 3 scores.
So with 10:06 remaining, we will be right back for the next kickoff. with all the confidence on their side right now. Bellevue West kicking things off, leading by 20. And I think it goes without saying, the Patriots, every chance they get, are going to need to get on the board. A scoreless drive for them makes things look just about as close to impossible as you can get.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they have not been able to stop Bellevue West's offense ever since the beginning of the second quarter.
Tay Johnson with another big kickoff return. This time gets that ball to the 40-yard line. And that's what the Patriots needed to gain some momentum. There's Tay Johnson continuing his great night on returns.
It looks like for a second, Joey, it was him and the kicker. And the kicker made a great play to keep him from scoring there.
Yep, and we have a Thunderbird down. I can't confirm it. It looks like that might be number 9, Gio Contreras. And so we'll take a time right now for that injury, and we'll be back in just a minute. So a bit of a long break right there for the injury. Luckily, didn't need to be carted off or anything. So it'll be a 1st and 10 here for the Patriots, starting at the 41-yard line. Urban will hand that one off to Christian Nash. And Nash with a 12-yard pickup out of nowhere.
An exciting player to watch, Joey. I mean, he doesn't care. He's going to run through you every time he touches the ball.
He's not a guy that gets a lot of carries, but when he does, he takes advantage of his opportunities to the maximum. We saw some movement right there. I believe that'll be on the defense.
Penalty on the play.
It looked like that was number 77, David Waller.
On Bellevue West. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And that's what the Patriots need to gain some momentum. Going up an extra 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 5 at the 43 now. Patriots looking to get some points on the board as soon as possible, not trying to kill too much clock as there's 9:30 to go in quarter number 4. Urban looking to gauge Stanger. That pass low, nearly intercepted.
Dangerous pass there from TJ, especially with how far off that throw was in order to where it needed to be.
Yeah, Jalen Avant right there, the defender that nearly had a diving interception. Would have been a fantastic catch if he was able to make it. So 2nd and 5 now for Millard South. Single back formation yet again. And they're going to hand that one off to Nash. But this time, different result, taken down in the backfield.
Nowhere to go. The
Bellevue
defense
West
swallows
defensive
them up.
line is really showing out tonight. The last few drives, they haven't been as powerful as they were earlier in the game. But here they are yet again. Christian Nash with one big run, not able to keep that success going this time. So it moves to 3rd and 7 at the 45. See what the Patriots do here on a big play. And Urban's looking to run this one and is taken down immediately. Another loss of yardage for Millard South.
In the second half, that play's been really effective, right?
They've had some huge runs on it.
Absolutely. But, it's the overusage of certain plays for the Patriots that get their offense in these standstills where they can't really move the ball as well as they should be.
I couldn't agree more. So after a 1st and 5 with that offsides call, it moves to 4th and 8, and the Patriots needing to convert right now. They're trailing by 20 with 8:15 to go. Urban, this is time where leaders show. Looking for a big play. Wrapping around to the right side of the field, has some pressure on him, and he's going to try to run this one. And clearly, probably 5-6 yards short of the first down. Very interesting move right there. Knowing how crucial a first down is, you kind of assume on a play like that, even if you don't have any perfect options, you're going to air that one out, try and get something going.
No doubt about it there, Joey. He's getting tracked down by 3 guys. He can't take the sack. We know that, so he's running. He's scrambling. No one's open. Can't throw it away.
We do know the guy's made of some huge running plays.
Absolutely.
So Bellevue West taking over at the 42-yard line. Sorry for interrupting you, Nate. Tried the screen pass, but the defense was there, so he takes that for about a yard before sliding down. Smart play right there by Joe Hansen. A lot of quarterbacks, they're so set on the screen pass that they'll just chuck it no matter what. He saw the defense right there, faked it, and tried to run.
And also Smart got down right before Tate Henricks could get to him.
And right now, up 20 with the clock ticking and 7:30 to go, all you're trying to do is just keep the ball in your hands. A turnover is the last thing you can afford. As they hand that one off to Les Richardson, and for the first time in a while, the Patriots not giving up any big runs to Richardson, gets a gain of about 2 right there. So it'll be a 3rd and long here, 3rd and 9, the 43-yard line.
Can the Patriots stop them from converting? They do great on 1st and 2nd down for the most part. It's the 3rd down, no matter how long the distance to go is, that the Patriot defense is not able to step up.
They've had a lot of struggles. We said at the beginning of the game, this Patriots secondary would have to be playing their best football, and they've had good moments, but overall, the passing game from Bellevue West has smothered them. As they look to air this one out deep, that one is incomplete. Great defense right there. Tay Johnson with fantastic coverage on that play. The deep ball to Keegan Johnson, we've seen that before for a touchdown. This time not as successful, as it'll be 4th and 9. Patriots looking to get the ball back with the Bellevue West punting team coming out.
That was a huge stop for the Patriots. Exactly what they need to get back on track.
Yet again, another play where we've seen Joe Hansen be insanely pressured, getting hit as he makes the throw. I can't say it enough. While the Patriots have struggled, giving up 42 points, the defensive line's put in great work, because that is an awfully short punt right there. Fielded. Gets that ball about the 18-yard line, tackled immediately after catching that.
And, honestly, not a bad idea to go ahead and field that ball, because that ball had momentum to keep rolling.
It's a risky move, because if you muff that, chances are you're not getting that ball. Yeah. But also, like you were saying, that ball was going to keep rolling. Yeah. They were going to get it in very rough field position. So overall, smart play by Antrell Taylor as the Patriots start with it at the 19-yard line. So 6:43 to go. After a turnover on downs, Patriots getting another chance to claw their way back into this game.
And it'd be really, really tough to say if they cannot score on this possession pretty quickly. Matter of fact, that it might be impossible.
Urban looking deep for Gage Stanger on the first play. That one incomplete, but a flag is thrown for pass interference. And that'll be called on number 28, Jalen Avant. And so we see the long ball yet again to Gage Stanger. Catch wasn't made, but overall play a success as they will get 15 yards on that one. Nice call there by the referee.
Oh, yeah.
So the Patriots getting the chains moving. And like you said, looking for a score and looking for it quick.
Yeah, and that's going to help. It's free 15 yards. Doesn't take much time off the clock. Clock stops until the ball is snapped again.
Yep, 6:38 to go. It's a 3-score game. Patriots trailing by 20.
And too bad it's not like the NFL or college. This is high school where pass interferences go from the line of scrimmage instead of the spot of the foul.
So 1st and 10, ball now at the 34-yard line. Urban looking to air this one out. Going to the left side of the field, makes that throw to Antrell Taylor. That one is caught. He stays up somehow, makes the defender fall, dodges another one. He keeps going. What an incredible play by Antrell Taylor. Gets out at the 44-yard line. We got a flag thrown. That'll be a late hit. So Antrell Taylor with one of the most impressive plays of the game. Dodges 3 defenders, makes one fall, and keeps this drive successful for Millard South.
And it looked like for a second he wasn't even going to catch that ball. That ball was not a beautiful pass. He had to catch that ball.
That one was behind him, barely made the catch.
Himself, dodged the first defender, dodged the second one, juked a couple guys out, ran from the left side of the field all the way back to the right side of the field. Just great hustle there.
As that throw was made, you thought one of two things were going to happen. It would be an incomplete pass, or he'd catch it and go down immediately. And we saw him stumble, somehow stayed up, and dodged 3 defenders, like I said, making one fall. And with that penalty, the Patriots will move to the 20-yard line. Taylor kept working with it, and we saw a late hit call. 5 wide, Urban working in the shotgun.
Typically 5 wide, Urban's taking off here. There's nobody in the backfield. Everyone's on the line of scrimmage. If you can break that line.
And he's going to pitch this one off to Tay Johnson. However, Johnson taken down after a gain of maybe 2 yards. We saw that play work very well the first time, but since then they've really struggled with it. And Tay Johnson slow to get up. Looks like he's hurt. He's limping, hopping on one leg. And he's struggling to move across this field, and he's just going down, letting the training staff take a look at him. So with 6:09 to go, Patriots will have the ball the 18-yard line on 2nd and 8. 42-22 is your score. We will take a break as Tay Johnson is down and be right back. So after that tough loss for Millard South, players retake the field, and I think we can agree, just looking at the way that Tay Johnson's leaving the field, I would not expect him to return this game. Look like that could be a rough injury. Has a lot of players going over talking with him right now. So 2nd and 8, ball at the 18-yard line. They're going to hand this one off to Christian Nash. Nash picking up a few right there, gets that ball to the 14, maybe the 13-yard line. Kier making the tackle for Bellevue West. So it'll be a 3rd and 4 here for Millard South. Big play here as they're trying to keep the successful drive going. Put 7 on the board. Urban's going to stick with this one, go the left side of the field, and nowhere to go. The defense smothered him.
Ball carried by number 2, TJ Urban.
And that fake handoff from Urban, we've seen it be the result of some of the Patriots' biggest plays of the game, but also a lot of plays like that where he goes down at the line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a yard. So a 4th and 3 here for the Patriots where they need a touchdown.
Oh,
no doubt about it. If they get a field goal, this game is likely over.
Yeah,
that won't do anything. It'll still be a 3-score game. So a touchdown is crucial here for Millard South with 5 minutes on the clock as that clock keeps ticking.
only 3 yards to go for the first.
Single back formation. Christian Nash in the backfield. And Urban's going to hand this one off to Nash. And Nash keeps working with it. Keeps moving that ball. The offensive line did a great job pushing him forward. And they will move the chains. What a play there from Christian Nash.
What a great play from him and the entire offensive line. Everybody heads
Everyone
down,
continuously
push,
pushing.
push.
And these are the plays where they love Christian Nash.
Yeah.
These short gains where they need. So now, 1st and goal. 9-yard line. Patriots looking for 7. Urban's going to fire right for receiver. That one tipped up and intercepted by Bellevue West. What a play. Gage Stanger, the intended receiver, looked like he had him in the end zone. A low pass was tipped up and picked off by Bellevue West.
And Gage has been the guy all year long. Anytime they needed a pass to be caught, that's the guy that
leading receiver for Millard South, but right there, not so lucky. First interception on the season for TJ Urban. However, that one not his fault at all. Obviously, pass could have been a little better, but that's not one that's on the quarterback. So, Bellevue West will take over at the 20-yard line, up 20 with 4.5 minutes left. And you got to think, unless there's some crazy turnover and a quick score, this one is likely, I don't want to say it's over, but it's starting to look that way for Millard South. It's looking like they'll need a miracle here late in this game.
Unless they can get a quick turnover, and hopefully that ends up in a touchdown.
And I would expect primarily running offense as they hand that one off. Les Richardson picks up 4-5 yards on that play.
Ball carried by number 7, Les Richardson.
Les Richardson, one of the many players on this offense that has really helped this team be so successful tonight. And Tate Heinrichs making another tackle.
There's a reason why he's a defensive captain on this team.
Yep. So right now, Les Richardson just shy of 150 rushing yards on the night. So back-to-back 100-yard games for him. And they pitch that one off to him. He picks up the first down and more. And it's a foot race. I don't think anyone's going to catch him. The 20, the 10, and Les Richardson is in. So the Patriots needing a stop, but the Thunderbirds putting together a 75-yard touchdown, and their lead increases. The number 3 team in the state, but that's going to change pretty soon. They're climbing up the rankings, and it looks like they're going to increase to 2-0 on the season with 2 monster victories. Scores 48-22, with the PAT should be 49-22, a 27-point lead for them. And it seems like all night long, the Patriots have had moments of fantastic offense where they've put together a great display. In the third quarter, early on, we saw both teams going toe-to-toe. But with the deficit the Patriots were facing, they couldn't afford toe-to-toe. They needed quick scores and quick stops, and they just weren't able to do that. Can't blame them going up against an insanely impressive offense, as that PAT is good. 49-22 is your score with 3:30 to go in quarter number 4. We will be right back. So Hunter Brown kicking things off. Antrell Taylor and DeAndre Rice back to receive this kick. Obviously, Reggie Harris, we've seen put together some fantastic returns tonight. He is sitting on the bench after that injury on the Patriots' last offensive drive. That kick caught by Taylor at the 5-yard line. Keeps going. A big block by the Patriots. Brings that ball to the 25-yard line before going out, and a flag thrown. And that one might be on the Patriots.
Returned by Antrell Taylor. Flag on the play.
Number 24, Gage Mack, with a huge block. And that might have been the source of that penalty. Patriots will be moving back. That one's called on the returning team. So Millard South starting this drive at the 15-yard line. Trailing by 27, 3:25 to go here at Buell Stadium.
Down 4 scores here. Always a chance, but with 3:25 left, chances are limited.
Yeah.
First down 10 for the Patriots at the 15-yard line.
So we got Urban with Reggie Harris in the backfield. Likely see Urban airing it out. Throws that one to Gage Stanger. That pass incomplete. Actually, that's Ryan Holsworth, excuse me, the intended receiver.
Intended for number 3, Ryan Holdsworth.
And he looks to be limping off the field again.
Yep, so he's seen 2 targets. Both of them have been incomplete passes where he's limping off the field, and he is visibly frustrated after that play.
Yeah, he got hit hard there, too.
Yep. So 2nd and 10 at the 16-yard line. 3:20 to go here in the final quarter. And they're going to hand this one off. Reggie Harris breaking a few tackles. And now a foot race of his own. Gets that ball to the 40. And he's going to keep going. The 20, the 10. And while the Patriots have had a rough outing, Reggie Harris with an 84-yard touchdown run. Hasn't seen a lot of opportunities, but man, is he going to take advantage of this one. And that's what the Patriots need. Right now, you're just looking for something to go home with a positive note, and this is what they're doing, tacking some more points on the board, making it a more respectable game for Millard South.
How awesome for Reggie Harris right there.
He's had multiple big plays.
Yeah.
He's had a couple pitches where he's made good work out of them.
He doesn't really get touches throughout any game. And to just go out there, do what he can when he can, take chance of his opportunities, absolutely amazing.
Lamel's PAT is up, and it is good. So the score moves to 49-29 after a monster 84-yard touchdown run. 3:07 to go in the 4th quarter. We'll be back in just a minute. Cole Lamel onside kick attempt. However, that one fielded by Bellevue West at the 39-yard line. Nice job by number 5, Davon Hall, getting right there to field that one well, falling right on it. So So you can imagine the Thunderbirds just going to run this one out, try and take up as much clock as possible. Not a shocker. We see Les Richardson ready in the backfield. So 3:03 to play in quarter number 4. Handoff to Richardson. Gets a gain of about 4 on that play. And it seems like that's been the majority of their offense. I was going to say nothing big. They've had a ton of huge plays.
They've had
besides
a ton
that,
of huge plays.
Besides that, just consistent offense.
Yeah,
it's rare to pick out moments where they struggled, they couldn't get it going. There were 1 or 2 drives where they were unsuccessful. Besides that, their offense has been nothing less than fantastic.
Yeah, I mean,
first quarter,
shy of the first quarter.
Yeah, first quarter, only 6 points. Patriot defense was at its best and still one of their best games of the season. Looking at their defensive line as that handoff to Richardson. Another big play for Les Richardson, and he keeps going. Gets that ball to the 36-yard line.
Les Richardson. Tackle number 34, Tate Hendricks. First down for Bellevue West.
Definitely his best game of the season in the running game. Tate Heinrichs making another tackle. So 2 minutes to go now in this game. Clock keeps ticking. It'll be a 1st and 10 at the 34.
You got to love the fight here for the Patriots. They never really gave up in this game, no matter how far out of reach it seemed like it may be.
Still playing like they're in this game as Richardson takes that one for about 4 yards. Moves it to the 30-yard line.
Tackle by number 88, Luke Irvine.
Luke Irvine making the tackle for Millard South.
2nd down and 6 for the Thunderbirds.
And so for the Patriots, obviously tonight not getting the result they wanted. Next week they will be on the road against Omaha North. Actually, Omaha North doesn't have a season this year, do they? So the Patriots might have a bye week next week. Got no game scheduled.
Which is good for them to be able to work on their craft this
That's
next
right.
week.
As the handoff to Richardson picks up a first down. So yeah, the Patriots, well, obviously they've been having a fantastic year until tonight. Definitely a lot they're going to want to look and work over. So 45 seconds remaining in quarter number 4. That clock keeps ticking. Ball at the 24-yard line. Thunderbirds ready to kneel it. And that's exactly what they do. Just keep killing that clock. And so for the Thunderbirds, only their 2nd game of the season. But man, their first 2 games, they had a 55-0 victory. And here they are against the number 2 Millard South Patriots, coming out on top 49-29.
And
Thunderbirds improved to 2-0. And you got to imagine a lot of teams are going to consider this the top team in the state.
yeah, I would say that as well.
Lost their starting quarterback, but still are putting together a fantastic team, a fantastic season. And you like to see that. The Thunderbirds right there lining up, waving, saying good game to the Millard South Patriots.
As there are no more handshakes after
Yep,
the
that's
game.
right. No more handshakes.
For obvious reasons.
Yep, so friendly wave right there. And that'll do thing. Patriots not getting the result they wanted, going down 49-29, moving to 3-1 on the season. So thank you to everyone that tuned in. And for Taylor Lewis, Christine Caldwell, Nate Cronin, and all of Millard South Media, this is Joey Kirkle signing off.